What's up, Blizzard Nation? Welcome back to Strictly Blizzness, episode 86.
86. We're going to 86 it.
I don't know what that means.
We're going to get rid of it.
We're getting rid of this episode.
Apparently.
Okay. Well, that was a short one.
Are you chilly? You look like you're...
I'm cold, but I have this great Strictly Blizzness track jacket for the low price of $9.99. I dropped it $1 for you, so $999. Okay. Yep.
Excellent.
And if you show us your YouTube subscription, it's $998. So
you get a whole $1 off.
Yeah, you do.
Fabulous. That's fabulous.
So I'm going to get it right off the bat. Huge shout out to Creative Edge and Warner Electric.
Nice work.
Yep.
What do they do?
Who? Which one?
Both of them.
I'll let you answer
this show.
Yeah. Yes.
So that's why we're thanking them.
Yeah, and great new partners this year in an awesome way. So
yeah,
had some comments last episode.
We did.
One which needs to be bleeped. The other two, so Mike Frazier, when is the sweatshirt available? You'll be able to get that at the kickoff party for season ticket holders and partners on February 27th. And I know you're coming because I think you clicked yes.
Yeah, so we'll have a bunch of merch there.
Yep.
Whatever's available, we'll have as, first dibs.
Yes.
Goes to all of our season ticket holders.
And there's a 99.9% chance the footballs will be there for the first time too.
Which would be really cool.
Yep.
It's been a while since we've had them that far in advance.
Yeah, I'd like to apologize to the security people at the Rush Center for everything that is shipping in this week. So
we're going to need a section.
Snow globes, and more reversible jerseys. So
have a whole section of the Rush Center.
Yes.
Awesome.
Other comment was the legendary Mitch Nolan.
Yes. Mitch sent me a text over the weekend, which was, it made me chuckle. And then I was like, huh. He said, I'm watching the XFL get kicked off.
Yeah.
Kathy, you'd be a good commissioner. And I went, oh. And then I laughed. And then I went, Todd, I'm coming for your job.
Nice.
Nope. Do not want to be commissioner.
Well, that episode's going to get some comments from the league.
And from
Kevin Guy.
Yeah.
Why did you hire Kathy as commissioner?
Yeah. No. Let's stop the rumor right here. I do not want to see that out on the forum. No, I'm just kidding. Mitch was joking. It's a joke. Yeah. Anyway,
Mitch had asked where he can listen to Joey's podcast, and Mitch, I will have a link from Joey, and then on Fridays, and he gave me the URL, but I can probably post it when we post this. If you want to check out Blizzard Nation, if you want to check out Joey, I can post where you can listen to him. I believe live on Friday is what Joey was telling me. So,
yes, and that still is all in the works, getting situated. He'll be on. I think he's going to do it 1 week prior. I don't know if he's starting with the first game or if he's starting a week prior to the season. So we haven't figured that out. He was talking about potentially doing it once there's a roster, which would technically be the week before that game.
Got it.
So we'll see what he comes up with. He'll be on spring break, so he can absolutely do something.
Plenty of time.
Yeah. No, that kid's pretty busy.
So did you watch XFL then?
So I watched highlights of XFL. So those of you that don't know about the XFL, it's 8 teams. So it wasn't that long ago. The IFL was also 8 teams. They play all of their games down in Texas.
Yep.
So everything's done down there. There were 2 games. So 4 teams played on Saturday and 4 played on Sunday. And I got to say, other than the Roughnecks and that game, there's pretty good parity. It looks like the scores were pretty close. But we'll see. We'll see what they do. Do you know what XFL stands for?
Extreme?
No.
Nailed it.
Does not.
No, I don't know.
So it doesn't stand for anything.
Oh, okay.
It's like it doesn't stand for anything. So Vince McMahon.
Yep.
And a lot of people don't know this. The XFL was actually supposed to come out in 2000. So 1999, he got this idea. Vince McMahon, billionaire. I don't know that he should have all that money, but he does. And it never came to fruition. So a lot of the teams that he had thought would be part of the XFL actually went to the AFL. And we all know the story of the AFL. The AFL is talking about coming back 3 times as a charm. And I have my own opinion about the AFL. I'll just leave it as, to me, you can't screw over that many vendors and partners and players, more importantly, players, and think you're going to come back unscathed. We had AFL players that we couldn't sign because they were part of a lawsuit with the union that they had. And they basically left all those people high and dry and just walked away. So those of you that want them back, I get it. You had some glory days back in the day with them, but their model does not work. And we have people in our league that were part of the AFL. So unless they change their model to emulate the IFL, go figure, which sounds like they're doing. They want to be more community-based, more community involved. I don't know how the AFL is going to be able to pull it off. So anyway, that's a little bit of history with the XFL. So many people thought it meant extreme.
Yeah.
But it's just like, what should we call it? I'll just put an X there.
Sweet.
So there's no extreme to it. That's just what it is.
Nice.
So
I watched a couple minutes of stuff. I mean, it seems like there's some quirky rules that I'll probably look into at one point, but you can go for 1 or 2, like from 5 or 10 yards out, like a 2-point conversion type thing in the NFL. But you can pick which one you go for after you score. So yeah. Which is kind of cool.
Yeah. We actually talked about that at our league meetings.
The other big one that they kept referencing on air was until the receiving player receives the ball on a kickoff, neither blocking line can move. So you have to wait till the returner catches the ball. And I guess it proves for more offense and more exciting returns if they're not already in your face and you have a chance to get up to speed. So,
You're gaining some ground. There's going to be some big impact once you collide with said receiver. Yeah.
It looked like people in attendance, though. So it was a great.
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder if you could, is it all one place?
So, no.
Okay.
No. They have on average, well, I shouldn't say that. I think 2 of them were played at the same place. Yeah, it must be. Okay. If it's not 2 arenas, I don't know. Now we're going to have to look into that. I'm sure somebody's going to comment
below.
Yeah. But they average about 10,000 fans. So if you think about it, in compared to us, that's about the size of a Rattler game.
Yep.
Every game. So there's some stadiums that they could play in. I know there was reference to a stadium in Seattle. Obviously, that's the NFL stadium that's there. So they must not just play. I know they're all housed down there, but then they fly out to different venues.
Yeah, I think I heard the announcer talking about that they all come in to the central hub the day before and then go to play
disperse.
Their games, right? Because that's where training camp and all their base.
They're all housed. Yep. They're all housed there. So it's a lot of airfare to those venues. So they don't play just in one spot. But they're all centrally located in Texas. That's where they practice. That's where they're housed, where they do film.
Cool.
All that kind of stuff. So I'm excited for them. I think it, again, a great partnership between us and the XFL. I think they have the right model, other than they're all in one spot.
Right.
But, we've talked about how could we team up better with them? We have the 13, 14, 15, 16 teams, depending on what happens in 24. How do we team up with 8? How do we align ourselves with one particular team? Yeah. And I don't know that we can at this point. Maybe in time we'd be able to as they grow, if they grow. I'm not sure how much they want to grow. I mean, they might want to stay right where they're at and just make sure they have quality instead of quantity. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's all XFL.
Yeah. What else you got from anything league related?
No. We're kind of silent on anything ownership wise, simply because everybody's getting ready for training camp. A lot of us start when we start, and that's the end of February. The guys are coming to town, starting camp on March 2nd. 3rd, 4th, I don't even know anymore.
Sometime in March. Practicing.
Yeah. And again, we're really excited. If you haven't heard, we're heading up to Houghton, Michigan, and we will be at Michigan Tech doing our training camp. So this is something we've never done before. We're actually going to take our turf and go on a little ride. Mm-hmm. Take it on a little ride.
Yes.
On a big semi.
Field trip.
Yes.
Literally, the field is taking a trip.
Oh, that was funny.
It was pretty good, actually.
A field trip.
Yep.
Field was tripping. Yeah. So that's going to all come to fruition really quick here. in just a little bit of time.
Yep.
I mean, we have our kickoff next week, Monday, and then the turf is heading out on, I think, Wednesday, and then the players on Thursday.
Yeah.
So it's going to be crazy. I'm not going to be there for it. I'm going to be there once it's all down.
Yeah. Not helping roll it out.
No. So I wish them the best of luck. My husband is going to be part of that crew, and he feels more comfortable now that he's met with PMI and the Resch Center to understand how they move it around and what they do with it. So he felt much better after his meeting last week.
Got it.
That's good. Yeah.
Very cool. Not a lot going on besides tickets on sale. The chaos is starting as soon as we have players. We'll be visiting schools and merch, game balls, all that stuff is coming. But other than that, tickets are on sale, and get them while you can.
Yeah. Did you see the intro video from the players?
Yes.
That aired? It was pretty cool. They were all saying, it's coming.
Oh, yeah.
Blizzard,
okay, sorry. Yep.
Getting
multiple
Blizzy.
intro videos. Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Yep.
And they used Go Blizz, so that was awesome.
Yes.
So I don't know if that was prompted or if they watched the show.
I mean, probably prompted knowing. I mean, there are players that comment and share their stuff, so that's good. Okay. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So we're excited. Larry he's not on social media. So I said, "Hey, hon, did you see this?" And so I showed him the frozen tundra, and he went, "That's really cool. That's really cool." I do have a note though for the guys. I was fine with the NBA shirts that some of them had on, but we need to get them gear if they're going to record anything for us because it was just like all sorts of promotion, cross promoting.
Yeah, when they're not here yet, we'd have to ship them a shirt.
Yeah, it's tough to do, but they look good. They got some nice presents on film, so I'm excited.
I'm just hoping the look matches the play. So or vice versa.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
We'll see. We'll know shortly, very shortly.
Yeah.
What else you know?
I don't know a lot.
No, we have a game coming up this week.
Yep, Thursday
in Green Bay on Thursday. So that'd be tomorrow. If you're watching this on Wednesday. We will be in attendance at the UWGB doubleheader. We've got the women playing at 5:30, the men at 8, and that's at the Crest Center at UWGB.
You can get discounted tickets by going to our Facebook page, and there's keyword or link information or promo code, whatever. It's all in multiple posts we posted about the game coming up. So.
And no, we are not subbing in for their players. I am vertically challenged. Kevin requires at least 5'10" player on his team. I do not fit that requirement, nor would I be able to do what those girls do.
I am girl soccer game challenged, if that makes a difference, schedulally challenged in life. So I may be at the first game and then run to the soccer game. We'll find out.
So is it in your calendar as orange, yellow, green, purple, or blue?
Which one?
The soccer game and then the GB game.
The soccer game is red because that just means
Family?
Ryan can't be anywhere.
Okay.
The green means I'm supposed to be somewhere. Like Strictly shows up as green, GB shows up as green. So, and there's a whole bunch of other calendars like follow up with this group or invoice due or
Maybe we should show your calendar one of these days.
That's the worst idea ever.
Okay, we won't.
Then the crayon threw up box would make sense. Would make sense.
Yeah.
So
because I was just wondering, does the red and green kind of like morph together?
They
to
overlap.
Make, like,
and then light blue is
gray.
Either a school appearance or an intern shift. So I know it's someone somewhere that's not me. So.
Yeah. Awesome. I know when Nap shared all of the calendars, I got this like huge onslaught of all of these things, and I'm thinking, I can't be at all these things.
Yep.
And then I realized what it was. So then I started looking at my calendar, and I'm like, well, this is actually really cool.
Yep.
To have all that laid out. So I don't have it color coded like you do, though.
Yeah, and like if I were to share mine with you, it doesn't share my color coding. They just show up.
Oh, so it looks like you're really, really busy.
Yes. Yep.
Fabulous.
Yeah, but I know where I'm supposed to be when, which is good because there's a lot of moving pieces. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes I don't. So
no, you do. You do. I have not seen you late or not show up because you had a calendar fiasco.
No, and I will if I can make an appearance at GB and then go to the soccer game. I will, but that's just we talked about this I think over the weekend or Friday when I was stealing your Wi-Fi for 3 hours at drinks. Like I just in a different season of life. Like when I took this job, one of my kids was like 2. It was, So now they're in constant activities. So,
right.
Yep.
But cherish that because it goes away really, really fast. I mean, talking with, Helen, we're talking about the cords and stoles that she'll be wearing at graduation. And I'm thinking,
I know,
when did that
right?
happen?
Yeah,
she was just in kindergarten. When did that happen?
Yeah.
But it happens really fast. So this weekend, we went to see something.
Yep.
So we won't share too much because the folks that are here in studio with us haven't seen it yet.
Correct.
But let's give kind of our overview.
I thought it was great.
I thought it was fabulous.
Yep. Jonathan Majors is incredible.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. I'm actually going to go and see it again tonight. Well,
I see what you did there.
You see what I'm doing?
Yep.
Megan and
multiverse, the Kathy timelines.
I did. My timelines are crossing right now. So I'm going to go see it Wednesday night again. And it's one of those movies where I think you have to see it multiple times because you're paying attention to one piece and thinking of one piece. I actually went home after we saw it, and over the weekend, I watched the first 2.
Got it.
As well as the ones that have overlapped,
Nice.
Just to understand. Because I looked at you at one point, and I'm like, wait, when was he gone?
Yeah. Yep.
So, and I really liked, and this won't be too much of a spoiler for anybody, I like the credits that came at the end.
Yep.
As you know, when it's a Marvel movie, you should stick around for at least 1 or 2 after credits. And they gave us a little inkling of our friends with Loki. And I was very, very happy to see that.
Yeah.
Because I can't wait to see it.
And that's not a spoiler for any Marvel fans because Loki season 2 is on the books.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Yeah, it's out there. But just showing the premise of them and the kind of a timeline that they're going to be dealing with and how interwoven it is to everything else.
I did read an article right after Ant-Man released, though, that Disney's essentially pumping the brakes. Kevin Feige has said there's just too much. And I think it was driven by Moon Knight, that just got not enough views and okay reviews because there's just so many Disney series right now trying to weave in. So they are actually everything they had slated. There it was. You can send me the invoice. It took 4 episodes for me to hit it here, but I did. They took what was probably 6 in a year, and I think it's 2.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Well, and that makes sense. And Disney Plus is down from membership standpoint now. To me, that was never going to keep escalating, but it's the keeping people interested. Yep. So I get it. And I got to say, Moon Knight was one of my favorite.
Yeah, I thought it was good too.
Series.
Yep.
I mean,
he just referenced Moon Knight, and I don't know if they got to have different metrics from how they rate these things, but he had referenced that one didn't get its due diligence, and so they are going to back off how many series are on Disney Plus interwoven between their movies. So, yeah.
And, let's talk about that a little bit because we were talking about it before this started. Rotten Tomatoes did not like the movie.
Yeah.
And I'm one of those people where I don't really read what anybody has to say because I don't really care.
I don't even like tomatoes, so.
Or especially rotten ones.
Right.
But I am always of the standpoint that I'm going to view it for myself, for my own entertainment value, which might be different than what or how they rate.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good movie, so.
Highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you really don't have to know anything about the quantum realm. You should know. I mean, it'd be cool if you watched Loki and you understood who this villain is, but he does a good enough job developing what he is and what he stands for.
Yep.
And at the end, it gives us kind of a preview as to what's next for that group of people.
Yep.
So it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say before we wrap today that there are some other incredible Disney Plus things as we're on pop culture. Mm-hmm. So my whole family loved the National Treasure expansion.
It was fabulous.
And Willow would get 9 thumbs up for me. I don't know if they're ever bringing either back because neither have been announced for a second season, but they're both incredible. So
the National Treasure I thought was very good. I've noticed because I started watching Wednesday.
Yeah. I haven't got into that yet, but everybody says it's really good, right?
It's really
She
good.
is like the female of Jonathan Majors this year. Everything is going to be her because she broke out in that role.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, she did a fabulous job and great writing. I mean, that's a Burton thing.
Yep.
But I'm like binging it now. So I was up till very late.
Only because Tony and I from Creative talked about it before we went on air.
Yeah.
Picard season 3, final season. If you have any love of Star Trek,
yep.
catch up before all of season 3 finishes. It is incredible. It will be an
binge it all at
incredible
once.
send off. It's so good. One episode in, it's so good. So, yep.
So I started watching Picard, and then I was like, I can't wait another year or two for the second.
Yep.
So I'm just going to hold off till it's all done, and then I'll be really sad after I binge it.
Yep.
So
really
my sister's
good.
a big Trekkie.
Yeah.
Really big Trekkie.
I read it, and I don't know if you read as I'm referencing creative offstage here, the real cool article after the fact, and I think it might have been Patrick Stewart that said they never considered anybody a lead in Next Generation or anything. They all came in and could have been a feature for an episode, but it wasn't like Patrick Stewart's show. Yeah. It was cool. So
cool. Awesome.
That's what I got. That was a long pop culture segment.
That was.
That's what happens when single game tickets are on sale and we don't have more merch to show you right now. Or the footballs.
Yeah.
Fast forward into the Blizzard multiverse. We could have had the footballs, but next week.
Next week we will. Next week we will. Yeah. I met some folks. I did a talk about multiverse back in time. I had a friend of mine from my days when I was in the IT world show up in Green Bay this weekend.
Okay.
And so Larry and I, he was with a customer. We took them to Baytech and did a tour of Baytech and how games are made because he had his son with him.
Oh, that's cool.
Not my friend, but his customer. And so we got to play games, and then we went to Prime Quarter, another good restaurant in Green Bay. But anyway, during talking about it, they're all from Missouri. Missouri.
Yeah.
And we were talking about indoor football, and so we have some new fans that are going to be checking us out. So thanks, Todd Boss, for coming to town. 30 years since I had seen him. That was very painful, but it was pretty cool to catch up and just have some reminisce about old times. And they're probably going to go to an Iowa game or a Quad Cities game based on where they're from. But I thought that was pretty cool. And of course, Larry offered them merchandise if they came back to Green Bay, because that's what Larry does.
That'll be gone out of inventory somewhere. Yep.
Anyway, so it was pretty cool.
Cool. We'll check the social media for ticket information. The kids camp date is out there for May 5th.
Yes, I saw that.
We will announce another camp next week. You will have seen the announcement probably by the time Strictly airs, because I have to record it with said cool person. So,
wow, look at you. How'd that happen?
I mean, the same way I met you. I sold him some stuff from Best Buy. So,
back in the day.
Right,
yeah. Very cool. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for him to be a part of it. And for what it's going to mean to these camps, because this is a different age group like we discussed last time. And we want the high schoolers to get a little something, get a little love.
It's unintentional Ant-Man references. He who remains, him who will not be named, will be announced by next Strictly.
Nice.
So,
That's fabulous.
Awesome.
Can you give any kind of clue that's a really good football fan would figure out?
Without giving it away? I mean, he played for a team in town.
He played for a team in town.
That's about as vague as it gets. So.
Yeah. And fish have gills.
That's pretty vague. We'll see if the comments get that one. Don't do it. I know what you're going to do next.
But what else do they have? That's all I'm
They have
say.
other pieces. Appendages?
Oh, boy. No. Well, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, you'll get it.
That one went off the rails real fast there. Fish trivia on the next episode of Strictly Blizzness. So.
Yeah, we're gonna have Bass World as our next sponsor.
I don't know about that,
I get the magazine.
Okay,
so
well,
I feel like I'm part of the team.
Bass World, you're on the clock.
Yeah.
Should we hit him with it?
Let's hit him. We're going sideways.
Go Blizz.
Go Blizz.
Don't forget to like, follow,
subscribe,
share,
and ring that notification bell to get all of our content in your inbox.